That morning routine, pouring the coffee, flipping through the paper, scrolling the phone, might be aging you faster than you think. It's the same comfortable rhythm day after day, carved out over years of getting up and going. Feels safe, doesn't it? But here's the kicker. Some of those little habits could be quietly stealing the bounce from your step, etching lines deeper into your face and sapping the energy that keeps you feeling sharp and strong. Not in a loud, obvious way, just sneaky enough to slip by unnoticed. This isn't about pointing fingers. Nobody's perfect at this game. It's about that deep down drive to stay in charge of life, to keep the body humming and the spirit high. Psychology says it loud and clear. Control matters more as the years stack up and mornings are the starting line. Trouble is, science has spotted a trap. Those everyday moves might be speeding up the clock on your joints, your skin, even your get up and go. Nobody warned us a quick coffee grab or skipping a step could stack the deck against us, but they do, more than most ever guess. So, let's pull back the curtain. 5 morning habits that could be nudging you toward creakier days and tired afternoons, all backed by real research. These aren't the same old eat better, move more lines. Those wear thin quick. These are the hidden culprits, so easy to miss they hide in plain sight. And here's the lift. Spotting them opens the door to turning it around. Picture this, waking up with knees that don't complain, skin that holds its own, energy that carries you through lunch and beyond. Worth a peek? Let's dive in and reclaim those mornings, one habit at a time, starting with a big one right out of bed. 1. Skipping a glass of water leads to joint pain and wrinkles. Those first groggy moments after waking, straight to the coffee pot, right past the sink. Sound familiar? Here's the catch. Skipping that glass of water first thing is like leaving your body stuck in low gear, and it's aging you faster than you'd guess. After 6-8 hours of sleep, every cell's parched. Think of it like a garden after a dry night, desperate for a sprinkle. But instead of watering it back to life, most reach for coffee or dive into breakfast. That's where the trouble sneaks in, quiet as a shadow. Here's why it matters. Without water right off the bat, joints stiffen up quick. There's this stuff called synovial fluid, fancy name for the oil that keeps knees and elbows gliding smooth. Skip the hydration, and it's like running an engine with no grease. Creaky, achy, older feeling by noon. Ever wonder why that morning shuffle feels worse some days? That's the clue. And skin? Oh, it takes a hit too. Collagen, the magic that keeps it plump and firm, needs water to stay strong. Dry out, and those fine lines creep in faster, like cracks in dry soil. Someone once said they noticed new wrinkles after skipping water for weeks, didn't connect the dots till later. Science digs deeper. Dehydration slows digestion too, leaving that heavy, sluggish feeling nobody wants. Studies say even mild dryness cuts energy by 20%. No wonder that mid-morning slump hits hard. Psychology chimes in here. Feeling stiff and tired chips away at that sense of "I've got this," the independence that keeps life humming. It's not about vanity. It's about moving easy, looking alive, staying in charge. And here's the kicker. Coffee first thing dehydrates even more, steals water before you give it back. A double whammy. So here's the fix. Make water the first move. Pour a full glass, 8 ounces or so, before anything else touches those lips. Room temp's gentler on the stomach, or add a splash of lemon for a zing that wakes up the insides too. Helps flush toxins while it's at it. Keep a pitcher by the bed if forgetting's the snag. One sip turns into a habit fast. A retired nurse swore by this, said her knees stopped groaning within a week. Want a boost? Sip slow while watching the sunrise turns it into a little ritual. Joints loosen, skin perks up, energy flows. Proof you're still running the show. And while that water's working its quiet magic, the next habit's another morning trap. Get ready to see why skipping a stretch could stiffen more than just the day. 2. Forgetting to stretch. That slow crawl out of bed, legs like rusty hinges, back grumbling. Ever feel like it's just how mornings go now? Here's the scoop. Skipping a quick stretch is letting those muscles tighten up and fade away faster than they should. And it's aging you in ways that hit hard. Overnight, everything shortens up. Muscles, iddens, all that good stuff stiffens after hours of stillness. Without a little loosen up, you're not just creaky, you're losing ground on strength and steadiness quicker than you'd like. Here's the deal. As the years add up, muscle mass slips away. Something called sarcopenia kicks in, and it's no picnic. Skipping that morning stretch speeds it up. Tight muscles mean less blood flow, less oxygen, and weaker fibers over time. Ever feel that ache in the lower back or a wobble getting up? That's the warning sign. Studies say folks who don't stretch lose flexibility 10% faster. Means more pain, tougher moves, even a bigger chance of a stumble. A neighbour once tripped on a rug, blamed the cat, but stiff legs were the real culprit. And it's not just muscles. Balance takes a hit too. Tightness throws off how the body stands and steps. Less control, more risk. Psychology knows this stings. Nothing shakes confidence like feeling shaky on your own 2 feet. Staying steady isn't just practical, it's that quiet pride of moving through the day your way. Plus, poor circulation from all that tightness dulls energy, leaves you dragging by lunch. Ever wonder why some days feel uphill from the start? This could be why. So, here's the turnaround. Just 2-3 minutes of stretching after waking can change the game. Roll those shoulders, reach those arms high, bend a knee gently, nothing fancy, just enough to wake things up. A retired dancer swore by a simple trick. Stand by the bed, touch the toes, or as close as it gets, and hold it 20 seconds. Eases the back like magic. Add a neck tilt side to side, keeps the head turning smooth for driving or chatting. No gym needed. Do it in pajamas. Studies show daily stretches cut fall risk by 25%. Proof it's worth those few ticks on the clock. Muscles stay stronger, balance holds firm, and that "I've got this" feeling sticks around. And while those stretches set the body right, the next habit's brewing trouble. Wait till you hear how coffee's timing could throw a wrench in the works. 3. Drinking coffee before water. That first whiff of coffee pulling you out of bed, nothing beats it, does it? But here's a twist. Sipping that brew before a glass of water might be aging your skin and insides faster than you'd ever suspect. After a night's sleep, the body's dry as a bone. Every cell's crying for a drink to kick things off right. Reaching for coffee first, though. It's like putting the cart before the horse, and it's quietly stacking the years on in ways that show. Here's the scoop. Coffee's a diuretic, fancy word for something that makes you lose water instead of keeping it. Wake up parched, and it pulls even more out before you refill the tank. Skin feels it first. Collagen, that stuff keeping it smooth and bouncy, needs water to hold up. Without it, dryness sets in. Dull patches, deeper lines, like a map of every skipped glass. Someone once noticed their face looking tired by 10 a.m, switched water first, and the mirror said thank you within days. Studies show dehydration ages skin 30% faster. Coffee's not the villain, but timing's everything. And digestion, that takes a hit too. Coffee on an empty, dry stomach revs up acid, leads to bloating, that heavy feeling nobody enjoys. Ever get that gurgle or puffiness after breakfast? Could be this habit talking. Over time, it wears on the gut. Less comfort, more sluggishness. Psychology weighs in. Feeling good inside keeps the day bright. Nobody wants to start off bloated or dragging. Plus, caffeine zaps energy later when dehydration doubles down. Those afternoon naps aren't just the rocking chair's fault. So here's the easy switch. Water first, coffee second. Down a full glass, 8 ounces, before that mug hits the table. Warm water's kinder on the tummy, or toss in a lemon slice. Cuts acid and perks up the system fast. Keep a bottle by the sink, makes it a no-brainer. A retired farmer swore by this, said his skin stopped flaking and his stomach settled in a week. Want a ritual? Sip while the coffee brews, turns waiting into winning. Skin stays fresher, digestion hums, and that vitality sticks around. Proof a small shift keeps you running the show. And while that coffee finds its proper place, the next habit's a breakfast blunder. Stick around to see why skipping protein could weaken more than just the morning. 4. Skipping protein at breakfast. That quick toast or bowl of cereal in the morning, easy, familiar, done it forever, right? But here's a wake-up call. Skipping protein at breakfast is quietly letting your muscles and skin slip away faster than they should. Carbs, like bread or oatmeal, get the day going, sure, but without a protein boost, the body's missing the fuel it craves to stay strong and look sharp, especially as the years pile on. Here's why it's a big deal. Muscles start fading with age. Something called sarcopenia creeps in, and it's no joke. By 70, you could lose 25% of that strength if protein's shortchanged. Breakfast sets the tone. Skip it there, and the body's scrambling all day to catch up. Ever feel wobbly lifting the groceries or climbing stairs? That's the signal. Protein rebuilds those fibers, keeps arms steady, legs sturdy. A gardener once said they couldn't hoe the rows like before. Added eggs to breakfast, and the shovel felt lighter in a month. And skin's in on it too. Protein pumps up collagen, the scaffolding that holds off sags and lines. Without it, skin thins out, loses that snapback glow. Studies say older folks eating low protein show wrinkles sooner. Carbs alone won't cut it. Psychology knows this hits home. Strength and a face that feels like you keep confidence high. Nobody wants to feel frail or faded. Plus, protein steadies energy. No sugar crash by 10 a.m. Keeps you humming instead of hunting the recliner. So, here's the fix. Toss some protein into that morning plate. Eggs are gold. Scramble them with a sprinkle of cheese for flavour. Greek yogurt's a winner. Mix in berries for a treat. Nuts work too. Grab a handful with that toast. Keeps it simple. Or blend a smoothie. Protein powder, a banana, easy as pie. A retired teacher swore by peanut butter on whole grain. Said her arms stopped shaking carrying books. Aim for 20 grams, about 2 eggs worth, to kickstart the day. Takes 5 minutes and muscles hold firm, skin fights back, proof you're still calling the shots. And while that breakfast builds you up, the next habit's a sneaky saboteur. Get set to see why the sun's sneaking in more trouble than you'd think. 5. Skipping sun protection in the morning. Sun protection probably sounds like something for the young ones, doesn't it? Maybe the thought pops up, I'm too old for that. Skin's already taken its hits, why bother now? But here's the real deal. Skipping it in the morning, even indoors, is opening the door to trouble. Serious health risks that hit harder with age, not just a few extra lines. Those UV rays are sneaking through that window right now, stirring up more than you'd bargained for while you're still in your robe. Here's the scoop. UV rays don't need a sunny day. Up to 80% slip through glass, even when it's cloudy, landing on your face, hands, anywhere they can reach. They're not just aging the outside, they're raising the stakes inside. Skin cancer's the big one. Doctors say years of unprotected sun piles up damage, and older skin's less able to fight it off. Ever spot a rough patch that won't heal? That's a red flag. Someone once ignored a spot on their arm, turned out to need a doctor's knife after years by a sunny window. And it's not just skin. Eyes take a beating too. UV boosts cataracts, those cloudy lenses that blur the world, faster than you'd think. Studies tie 20% of cases to sun exposure. Sneaky when it's just morning light. Plus, it knocks the immune system. Less bounce back for colds or scrapes, a real worry when healing slows. Psychology knows this matters. Staying healthy keeps you in the driver's seat. Nobody wants doctor visits stealing the day. Ever feel that dry, tight skin by noon? That's the sun piling on, setting the stage for worse. So, here's the shield. Put on sun protection every morning, indoors or not. A simple SPF 30 moisturiser does it. Rubs in quick, no fuss. Keep it by the bedside, swipe it on after waking. 10 seconds flat. A retired mechanic swore by it, said a stubborn spot faded after a month. Cloudy out? Doesn't matter. UV's still lurking. Want extra? A wide hat by the window's a smart move. Cuts rays sharp. Skin stays safer. Eyes clearer. Defences stronger. Proof you're still holding the reins on these years. And with that sun locked out, it's time to tie all these morning tricks together. Stick around for a quick rundown and a nudge to take charge. Here's the rundown. 5 morning sneak attacks. Skipping water, dodging stretches, coffee before hydration, no protein and no sun shield. They're quietly piling on creaks, fatigue and health hiccups. But now they're busted. Water eases joints, stretches keep you steady, coffee waits its turn, protein builds strength, SPF fights trouble. Simple fixes, big wins. Picture it, less stiffness, more zip, fewer doctor trips, just small tweaks to own your day. Psychology says it's power. Starting strong keeps you in charge. A retired baker swapped coffee for water first. Aches faded fast. That's the trick, little shifts right out of bed. So pick one, water if joints nag, SPF if sun's sneaky. Try it tomorrow, then tell me below. What shifted? Like it? Thumbs up. Share it. Someone needs this. Subscribe, hit the bell. More's coming. Take those mornings back, and I see you next time.